If you love your mama, you love your family, ask yourself, could you see not seeing this person, not being able to physically hug this person or be with this person for the next 30 years? Ask yourself, are you willing to leave home knowing that when you return to society, your mother gonna be deceased? Got into a couple situations. I had to work. I was always getting the pack in to try to make money. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a situation that really it hurt me. I was getting ready to get my time back, and I ended up doing a little business with a dude. He felt like he was supposed to got more than what he got, so he ended up putting a hit on me. He paid a nigga to steal off on me. Now I got everybody from around my way ready to go to war, but I got court coming up, so I got to make the decision for everybody to let it go. Even though everything in me, I wanted to go home and kill his mama. But I said, nah, I can't do that. Man, I'm trying to be a better person. I want to fuck with dude, but I know I'm trying to go home. My mama done died, and I done said, man, I'm getting out of here. I ain't gonna let no nigga blow my opportunity. Boy, that fuck with me for the longest. I had to fight myself to not go back and fuck with the dude who put the hit on me, not the nigga that stole off on me, because you a pawn. Motherfucker, you was a coward for sending somebody else. So I wanted to fuck with him, but I didn't. I let it go, and I ended up going home. I don't never know what happened to him, but I sure wouldn't have mind to see him and get my round back.
Yeah, it happens. Man, you go to prison, you gonna get into something. Everybody
Yeah,
gets into something.
and that was just like the worst situation because I ain't see it coming. But I got another situation. But like I say, I always kept a pack coming in to keep me some money, take care of this. I kind of tried to take care of my daughter from prison. You know what I'm saying? My mama had a stroke, so she was in the hospital. Man, I'm the breadwinner. You know, I'm the best kept secret. So I gotta still jug and finesse to try to make sure, things get handled. My daughter got a couple things that she need. I got a little brother that's out here on his own because, my mom in the past, his dad ain't shit. He done moved way to Vegas. So now I'm really still trying to be a provider from the inside. Once again, my motto was I do all the wrong things for all the right reasons. So that's what I did.
Now, you ever see COs have relationships with inmates?
Yeah, I done seen it before.
Did you take part in that?
Hey man, I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I'm, we gonna leave that one where it's at. I look. No, real talk though, real talk. This was my thing. When most dudes was shooting at bras, talking about old ladies and trying to girlfriend them, man, I was shooting at a bitch to bring that pack in. You know what I'm saying? So I've had multiple relationships, but my relationships wasn't based on us trying to do no sexual encounters or no lustful shit. I used to tell her, man, you want to make some money? That's what my relationships was. So, but yeah, I had a few of those too. But I've seen dudes that had physical relationships with females. They sneaking off in little rooms and getting they freak on. Or my partner may work in the command post. Shout out to Snake. You got a pregnant in jail. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's most definitely it's live. I done seen motherfuckers get caught up, get walked off the compound because they chose to fuck with a nigga who wanted to tell everybody on the compound their business. You know what I'm saying? So now the coming to work, she get busted coming through the door with the pack or with some cell phones. Cause the nigga done told everybody on the tier and up the compound, yeah, my bitch gonna come through Saturday. She gonna have woo woo. Now the people waiting on her.
Man, you can't trust nobody in prison.
People are blinded, man. We live in a culture where our kids are being raised by motherfucking rap songs. So they only going off what they hear. They don't see the old school cats no more that's trying to pull your coattail, say young blood, come here, let me holler at you. Yeah, I seen what you did, man. Look, don't do that no more, man. That wasn't player. They don't have that no more. So now all they have to go on is what they hear in the song. So they fucked up. And like I say, that's my goal, bro. I want to try to impart some wisdom in a couple of these cats before everybody be goddamn dummies.
We need that back.
Yeah, bro. And I know it. And I got a couple, like I said, I got a couple partners that feel like I feel, bro. And man, we gonna do our due diligence, man, to try to, help who we can help. And not just in Louisiana, man. I mean, anywhere, anywhere. I want to make a splash, but I want my movement, bro, to really mean something. And when I drop my podcast, bro, I want to introduce everybody to one of my homeboys, Winfrey. Man, he been gone 31 years off a bad decision. Dude was at his house. Couple of his partners came and picked him up to go on a lick. 31 years later, man, this man's still incarcerated. At his house chilling. I need people to know that this is a reality and it can happen to anybody.
A lot of people don't think they can happen to them.
I know, and you're right, but it can, bro. And I need people to understand the importance of that. Just like every day you leave home, it ain't a guarantee that you'll make it back home. When you come to prison, that intensifies. It goes up a notch.
Just like you, when I was in there, it felt like you was in an active war zone. Anytime
Yeah.
that door opens, you knew that anything could happen.
Oh yeah. I done seen dudes run on tears on you. Dude got the weed or the mojo over there. He don't want to sell it. 3, 4 motherfuckers run down on him with knives, snatch all his clothes off of it, take the weed out his ass. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. You never
Oh,
know what you gonna encounter in prison.
run that back. So they wanted to get high. He
He
wasn't
was
selling.
scared.
So they
Yeah.
got mad and ran down on him.
Yep. Here, 3, 4 motherfuckers, all of them got knives. Bitch, give it to me. Get everything. You know, they told him, oh man, he hiding in his ass. Motherfucker, go in your ass and get it. Prison is a motherfucker, man. Like you say, it's an active war zone. Every day something could go on. Whether the yard, the cafeteria, you know, on the walk, in the dome, in the chapel, you know what I'm saying? The multi-purpose room, man, anywhere. Any given moment, it could jump off.
Let me ask you something. How important is respect in prison?
Man, it's the most important. A man, that's the best thing. Respect and communication. Understanding, I should say. Understanding and respect is the best two things a man can have in a penitentiary. And you see a lot of old school penitentiary dudes live off the respect factor because it was inbred in them. You got to respect a man like you want to be respected. So that's top tier in prison. Respect. You ain't got to fight. You can lose every fight you have. A motherfucker still gonna respect you. Or he gonna go. Yeah, he ain't gonna give a fuck about him losing. You can't win them all. He gonna go. It's the respect factor. Eventually, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you no more. But if you weak, you beat. If you a motherfucker that motherfucker can talk to any kind of way, do anything, get what? Your ass is bound to have horrible incarceration. Your joke's gonna be hard.
I seen it just like you have. When something like that happens and somebody lets somebody talk anyway, it only gets worse.
It only get worse. It only get worse. Next thing you know, motherfucker gonna be trying to fuck you. Cause they feel like you're a bitch. Well, it only get
Yeah, for
worse,
that
bro.
part. Okay, so for somebody young out there, for all these suburban kids that ain't got to be out there selling drugs, that's just doing it for the looks, what do you want to say to them before they hit a prison?
Man, I'm gonna say, man, you gotta do a reality check. Man, check your temperature, bro. If you love your mama, you love your family, ask yourself, could you see not seeing this person, not being able to physically hug this person or be with this person for the next 30 years? Ask yourself, are you willing to leave home knowing that when you return to society, your mother gonna be deceased? Ask yourself, are you willing to go and lay in a rack where you got 45 to 75 other men in there with you, showering with niggas every day, shitting on the toilet next to somebody every day, somebody telling you when to use the bathroom, when to go to bed, when to get up and go to work, when to eat. If you don't want that to be your life, man, you better let that street shit go. The drugs, the robbery, the thugging, man, all that shit is a facade. That is shit that the people have put out here to derail us from growing and learning and evolving. Man, y'all better get with somebody, get you a trait or something, a skill, and apply yourself in a positive manner. If you keep going down that road, understand this here. You gotta be lucky 365 days out the year not to go to prison. The people only gotta be lucky once. You gotta be lucky 365 days out the year to not go out there and crash your life. The people only gotta be lucky once. It only take one shooting to change your life, whether you pulling the trigger or somebody else. Do the things that gonna put you in a place to be there and help your family. If what you doing ain't gonna put you in a position to get generational wealth for your family, the long haul, Man, let it go, man. It ain't worth it. I swear to God, it ain't. You
We
don't get
feel
no resets. Ain't no spawning in this hill. Once your ass pull that trigger and somebody die, your ass is dead. You go to penitentiary. Or once somebody hit your ass up for a bad decision you made and you take your last breath, you don't get a chance to come back and try that again. Gotta let it go.
you know what I noticed about this generation? They think they're smarter than everybody else.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They think you can't tell them shit. Oh, you are not old school. You was slipping, or you wasn't on your game. I'm on top of mine. Man, listen, let me tell you something. You know what these kids don't understand? Because they live in a bubble. They play games, they listen to music. They don't understand that they got cameras everywhere and they can backtrack hours, days, either way. So when a situation happens, they're gonna take their starting point and they're gonna rewind and they go backwards. See, that's what they don't understand. These cell phones that they take everywhere with them, that's your tracking device. They gonna put your ass on the scene in their vicinity, through some pings on your phone, and boom. Now you're on the defense. Oh, you said you was at home playing the game, but we got you over here. They don't know this. So they think that they can get away with shit, but they don't know that they carrying the same thing that's gonna send them to the penitentiary. Look at Aaron Hernandez. Phone got him.
They got a whole bunch of homeboys, and they don't think they gonna tell.
Yeah, yeah,
But you know,
they're gonna be the first ones to tell on you. Your partners. Yeah, they don't want to go to jail. They don't want to leave the streets. They don't want to leave their kids. They don't want to leave the bitch they fucking. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do none of that. They don't want to go to jail. Charleston White said, when did people stop wanting to go to jail? If you in the streets, you gotta know that it's a possibility that you may have to do a bid. You have to put it in your mind. What you willing to do? I ain't willing to do no more than 10. That mean don't ride with no gun. Don't do this, don't do that. If you only willing to do 10, do what gonna get you 10. If you know your ass can't do a 20 and you gonna want to tell a nigga, don't do what the fuck gonna get you 20 years. So that's how I feel about it. You can't do the time, don't do the crime.
all right. So where can people find you at if they love your story and they want to hear more? Where can they find you at? What platforms are you on?
Memo, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, across all platforms is capital RTNB 100. Real talk, no bullshit 100. RTNB 100 across all platforms. Podcast dropping August the 7th, 26 on all platforms. My biography of my life story is on the way. I got some shit to say. This is just a little ski taste.
Make sure you tap in, check them out.
Because I done been through it. So I want to be able to help people. So that's what I do, bro. I drop jewels on what happened when you really go to prison, what the streets don't tell you. They don't tell you that everything you get, you gonna pay back tenfold to the system if you continue to stay in the game.
What is something that you think that the prison system can change to better people?
For one, you gotta give dudes with long sentences opportunities to get in classes to gain traits. Because if you give me a 30, 40, 50-year sentence and you tell me I can't get a trade until I'm 7 years short, you have taken everything from me for hope. Because now, hell, I can't get to school. What the fuck I'm doing right for? Prison has to start being more about long termers than short termers. I get it. You short term, so we want to rehabilitate you, get you back out here. To really say, to go a little deeper, I think it ain't rehabilitation that we need. It's reform. Because if when you go to rehab, it's rehabilitation is if you blow your knee. Rehab is gonna put your knee back to where its former state before you blew your knee. They don't need to be rehab. They need to be reformed. We need things that's gonna change their mindset. If you just trying to hurry up and dock them and put them back on the street, most people just gonna do what they gotta do to get home and do the same thing. You gotta give a person some hope. You got to teach them about LLCs. You got to teach them about CDLs. You got to teach them about C Corps. You got to teach them about trust. You got to teach them about financial literacy. Give them something to hope for, something to put their foot on solid ground and be able to say, okay, and I know I'm ready to be a productive member of society because the system has equipped me with the tools that I needed to be that. They don't do that, but that's what they need to do. With my foundation, RTNB, that's one thing that we are going to do. We are going to help at-risk youth avoid prison by showing them the real cost of bad decisions. So what I'm gonna do is I got a lot of classes I done paid for different communities like gym community or wealth community, a few other ones. And inside of it got all kind of jobs. If you want to start a mobile notary business, if you want to be a phlebotomist, if you want to start a t-shirt business, I got all these classes that I'm gonna help gift people. You come join my mentorship, y'all come show up, come to help the kids, man, I'm gonna help people. I'm giving them access to stuff where I paid $300-400 for all these classes each. I want to help somebody else that don't have that money. So if you just come home, get with somebody that'll help you. Get with somebody that's willing in putting your increase to help you get on the right note. If you ain't got nobody, man, reach out to me. My TikTok is RTNB 100. Man, DM me.
Now that program you were talking about, that foundation, how can somebody find that?
Next month, when my podcast drop on August the 7th, which is my mother's birthday, we still getting the foundation set up. But next month, 8/7, we drop, putting together a group of dudes who all did 15, 20 years in prison. All of them out here running businesses. I'm getting all of them together, and we gonna put on a clinic, some old school 90s shit, where everybody come in, the youth come out, we gonna teach you what we know. We years not have to go through what we went through. So, man, we trying to be the movement. We gotta be the change that we want to see in other people. And
Yeah,
I want to start it, because it's a lot of people that's lost out here because all our leaders are leading these kids all the way fucked up. So my goal, man, is to be the face, the voice of the underdog. That's my goal. My goal is to be the voice of the underdog, to help people that feel like ain't nobody gonna help them. Everybody been counting them out. They done kicked them in the ass. They don't care about them. I want to be the person that changed that shit to be able to help other people. And I got some niggas that fuck with me, that ride with me, that done time with me, all stand-up guys, business owners right now that's willing to invest their time and their energy to save some kids too.